first heartbreak, there is no coming back from it. Like, there's nothing you could do. Like,
No, there's nothing you can do to fix it.
I'm a big reject the modern world kind of guy, because I think the modern world completely limits who you are as a person. As spiritual as it gets, from the Vasistas yoga to like a Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, I've done it all, and I'm still not happy, bro.
Hey, Jake. Pleasure having you on today, brother.
What's going on, legend?
I'm just a guy who likes to have fun conversations. Podcasting has just been a side fun hobby.
What do you do?
I was in healthcare for 17 years.
Really?
And then I sold out 2 years ago and now kind of just do what I want.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah.
I hope to be in your shoes one day.
You'll get
But
there.
I love the journey. You
Yeah.
know? I definitely love the journey,
That's
brother.
part of the whole thing.
Oh, without a doubt, bro.
You know, that's what makes it a fun experience. Just like
100.
you moved across country recently.
Yeah, literally 7 days ago.
How's it feel being here?
I've been here before.
Okay.
I've been here before. So I played junior college football at El Camino
Okay.
in Torrance. So like humble beginnings,
Yeah.
you know. I'm from New York originally, but I really wanted to play Division I football. I had a crazy upbringing. Without getting too deep into it, I was just like a really popular kid that I think karma had hit me. So I got like really fat, and while everyone at my cool Catholic high school was going to Harvard and Princeton and this place and that place, I was like, I don't have good grades. I'm not really good at sports. I don't have anything going for me. So I had to go the junior college route, and I decided I want to go to California. So I figured I'd hit up Santa Monica City. All the coaches were at El Camino. So I came here, and it was a wake up call. You know, it was like the first time in my life I met Polynesian people. You know,
Those are some big dudes playing
they're
football.
very
against.
big, scary dudes, brother. But yeah, no, it was. But I have nothing but love in my heart for LA, and I attribute LA to grinding, whereas like a lot of people attribute LA to like bad stuff, and you know, I don't know, like degeneracy.
Depends on which way you look at it, honestly.
Yeah.
LA, you can go either direction. It's whatever you make of it.
Yeah, and I made it. You know, I got a Division I scholarship here before, and now I'm ready to get a Division I content thing, whatever that means.
You'll make it happen.
Yeah, of course, brother. Also, really quick,
Yeah.
bro, I really appreciate you having me on the podcast, bro.
Of course.
It means a lot.
I've been following, like, you pop up on my feed like every couple weeks, and I'm like, I don't follow him. Like, how's he just keep popping up?
Let's go.
And I was trying to find the video that like resonated with me with you, but like I've saved so many videos. I'm like, I don't fucking know which one it is.
Did you see the one from yesterday? I was crying my eyes out.
I saw it this morning.
Yeah,
I try not to do like too much homework. I just go with stuff that resonates. And then
Right.
I'm like, all right, I'll dive in on the podcast because I want it to be organic. I want
Yeah.
the expressions. I want all of that.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll dive deep.
Yeah.
That first heartbreak that broke you, how the hell did you come back from it?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of different heartbreaks, you know. There's a lot of different heartbreaks. I would say, your first heartbreak, there like is no coming back from it. Like, there's nothing you could do, right? Like,
No, there's nothing you can do to fix it.
no, without a doubt. I mean, like, you know, nowadays, like, you know, the health coach would probably tell you to rip the cold plunge and say your affirmations and start going to the gym, but like that doesn't work, you know. Like, your first heartbreak is just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And then I would say I probably had 4 heartbreaks. One of the reasons why I'm actually out here right now is,
another heartbreak.
yeah, bro. I mean, I had a bad one, a really bad one, bro.
Want to dive into it?
Yeah, sure. I could dive into it. I mean,
This was in New York.
this was in New York. So I dated a girl 5 years ago, and I guess it was all a blessing because, you know, through speaking about that experience, I've been able to grow my brand and touch so many people that are also going through heartbreak, and I've learned so much. Like, people look at me like an expert. Like, I'm just a fucking guy that talks about this shit, you know?
That's been
like,
through it.
yeah. And basically, I mean, to give you the Cliff Notes version without going crazy into it. I mean, I will go crazy into it as much as you want, but, you know, just to skim it,
Yeah.
and we can dive. I dated this girl 5 years ago. She was everything I would ever want in a woman. The only problem was that she was 8 years older than me.
How old are
So,
you?
27.
That's a decent jump,
Yeah, it is a decent jump, bro.
especially. Yeah.
It's hard because I didn't care about that before I got into all the content and stuff. I would like to say I was definitely more humble back then. I probably had a little bit of different morals. Not saying I'm a bad guy now. I really love who I am today. But back then, I just didn't know what the world was, because at that point in my life, all I was focused on was football. But then once you transition into becoming a man, you know, I moved to Miami. I've been to LA a few times. I kind of got to see.
You've touched around.
Yeah, and I kind of got to see what was out there, and it's hard when a girl is that much older because you have to like really think about settling and for I mean
the clock's ticking.
Yeah, bro. It is ticking. And like for men, I mean, I don't believe this, but I heard Andrew Tate say this, and he was just like, men really peak at like that 35-year-old range financially, everything, you're more figured out, spiritually, who you
40.
are. And women, kind of, I don't believe this, but it gets in your head. He was like, women peak at 18 years old, 19 years old, because they're the most beautiful they'll ever be. And to a lot of guys, we attribute beauty to value. So we do. Some guys think, and bro, you know what it is. Like
we've all been there.
A lot of guys want to be with the newest, hottest girl. And I think that's a fucked up way to look at things. But, that made the relationship hard. So to make a long story short, we just had some bad problems we had bad problems for a ton of reasons. I mean, I was a little boy at the time. This is 5 years ago.
Oh, shit.
But basically what happened was I was just like a little boy. I didn't have my shit together. We had a heartbreak. It happened for a reason. It was really bad. She broke up with me. The day she broke up with me, I wrote out a whole like proposal plan.
Oh shit.
Like I was ready to give her my name and really ready to move forward. And she broke up with me and 4 years like just left that phone off the hook. And I was trying to come back into her life a lot. I shot her like as soon as I got into the camera shit. Am I allowed to curse?
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I shot her a fucking music video, like the simpiest shit in the entire world. Like Did
it work?
No, it didn't work. Like that's the number one advice I would give. Like, don't be a simp. Like, it does not work. Like, the girl will lose respect for you, and she did. And I think what happens, bro, as a cowboy, like you catch the rodeo, and for you, like whenever the girl will come back. That's always the greatest advice that I give other men. I'm like, bro, you trying to get this girl back is not going to bring the girl back, but you focusing on you. And she sees that you're more disciplined, you're taking things serious, you become a better man, she's gonna come back. I guarantee it. I guarantee you she'll come back. And she came back, and I probably, should I have not have accepted her back with open arms? I don't know. I'm an everything happens for a reason guy, but I did. And to make a long story short, 2 weeks ago, found out something that, in my opinion, was unforgivable, and I shaved my head, and I had freaking beautiful, Zeus-like hair.
I was gonna say you had fucking really nice hair, bro.
Really nice hair, brother. Really nice hair, and I shaved my head, and the day after I shaved my head, which was 9 days ago, I got on the phone with my boy. He's like, "Yo, I have a spot." And then the next day I was on a flight. Like, didn't think about the decision at all.
All your shit.
Didn't even pack anything. Packed a camera, some shirts, couple clothes, and that was it. Just dipped. And it was the best decision I ever made in my entire life.
How liberating did that feel?
Oh my, I mean, bro, the first 4 days it was scary as fuck, bro, because I'm someone, like, as a spiritual person, like a quiet mind is everything. Like, I'm very intuitive about how I make decisions. And usually when I make decisions, I feel like they're coming from a place of love, or they're coming from a place of God, or they're coming from a place of clarity. This decision, bro, I'm like completely in God's hands. I don't want to fucking move out here. I want to be with that girl. Now, subconsciously, what I've learned is that what you think you want is not really what you want, because this was the break. I've been struggling the past 5 years in a lot of different places, and it just felt like not a lot of stuff was moving. Like, there were certain things that were moving, like there were certain things that were getting better, but like, let's just even say financially, there was such a block around that for such a long time. And as soon as like the day I got here, like it was all just solved, instantaneously. So it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Like, there's been so much signs. I'm a big signs guy. I know this isn't the question, but like before I left, I went up to my dog. As I was leaving my house in New York, I looked at my dog, who's like kind of old, And I just walked up to her and I was like, yo, like, you can go if you want. Like, you're such a good dog. Like, you're my family dog. I love you till fucking death. Like,
I remember having that talk.
and bro, on my hands and knees, just like head to head, like, you could go. My mom calls me the next day that she died. Of course, I'm sad about that. But to me, it's like, she gave me a sign.
Yeah.
She gave me a sign that it's all happening for a reason. So I'm sad, bro, because I feel like now this girl is dealing with the pain that she put me through. Like, I gave her the pain that she put me through 4 years ago. And I feel bad about it. But bro, I just got to keep it pushing because we're out here on a mission.
Only one way to go, forward.
Yeah.
Can't go backwards.
Yeah, that's it, brother.
One of your most viral videos was the first time you got cheated on.
Yeah.
That's a very deep topic to publicly fucking put out.
Yeah.
And be raw about it the way you are on all of your content. What made you want to talk about it? And what about that experience hurt so bad?
I wanted to talk about it because that experience hurt so bad. You know, that's why I wanted to talk about it. You know, I think that, respectfully and humbly speaking, you know, through my Lord Jesus Christ and my faith in God, as that grows, that's the number one reason why I'm out here. I believe that I will be a Mount Rushmore type of personal development guy solely for my realness factor. And, you know, I'll live and die on that hill today. Like, bro, I believe that, like, I am going to transform the world in a way, because everyone always asks me that question, like, why are you so real? I'm like, I don't know. It's natural to me. Like, for other people, it's natural to dunk a 360 windmill, dunk a basketball. It's natural for me to get on here and speak about the hard shit I've been through. Because I get 100 messages a day. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do that? Everyone's like, yo, drop a course. I'm like, bro, you're not that guy. I'm not that guy, bro. I'll speak about it on camera and people can get what they get from it. And so I'll say that, like, I had to speak about it because, one of the things that hurts the most when you're going through something for the first time is you just don't realize that other people have also gone through this thing.
You think you're the only one.
And that's a horrible place to be in, because you think that you're, like, broken. Your entire, like, the reality you were living in has just died. It's the same thing as losing someone. It's grief. The model in which you were living in with this other person is now destroyed. So now your whole life is over. So the thing is that not only is your whole life over, if you get cheated on, you're left with such resentment, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And anger and pain and hurt. And I'll tell you this, from going through that breakup 2 weeks ago, anger is like my most hated emotion. As a man, I've used it on the football field. I've smoked dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good for motivation. Yeah. But when you're waking up in the middle of the night,
just angry,
in a pool of sweat, angry, bro, it's not good. So yeah. So I think I was just going somewhere along. Oh yeah, because the cheating thing is so bad because it gives you that feeling, and that's why I wanted to share it. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm certainly I recently am so I've been doing the self-improvement stuff for 5 years. I would say spirituality saved my life.
100%.
Learning that you are not your thoughts. And if you're not your thoughts, you don't have to act on those thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what destroys your life. And you don't have to be that person. And I've, basically working on myself like a science experiment. Like, why do I think the way that I think? Why do I get triggered about this certain scenario? What makes me angry? What turns me on? What turns me off? And that saved my life. But in a recently, bro, I just got I'm getting into Christianity right now, and I never thought I would
go that way.
No.
You're still doing the spiritual side or more?
The thing about the spiritual side, bro, is I'm just tired of it being a chore. So, of course, what spirituality means to me is like you wake up, you go for a walk barefoot with no shoes on, you ground in the grass.
You live in LA, you're not doing that.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you shouldn't, you know? But like then you come inside, you journal, you say your affirmations, you do your gratitude practice, you meditate, like, bro, all these things. And then like 3 hours go by and you're still fucking neurotic. You're still upset. You do the cold plunge, you do the sauna.
You're saying the cold plunge didn't work?
The cold plunge works, bro. But like I'm just at the point now where I am so self-improved, bro. Like I am the epicenter of self-improvement. I've read Tony Robbins. I've read Eckhart Tolle. I've read Dale Carnegie. I mean, bro, as spiritual as it gets, from the Vasistas yoga to as like practical as it gets to like a Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, I've done it all and I'm still not fucking happy, bro. And am I saying that Christianity makes you happy? No, I don't know. I've only been to church for 2 weeks, but I can tell that there's something special about having faith in something. And there's something special about having a good foundation. And it feels really good to know that I don't have to meditate 1,000 times and take cold plunges and go do ayahuasca ceremonies for Jesus Christ to love me.
Did you do ayahuasca?
No, but I've done other psychedelics. But I'm just saying, like, I don't have to be like this spiritual guy anymore. Like, all I have to do is accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And I'm not all the way there yet, but to me, and I know, and I'm sorry if that's not the direction you wanted this to go, but I'm fired up about that right now. Because, for instance, I went to church this past Sunday.
Okay.
And in LA. And I've never been to this church before. I don't know. I don't even know how I got to this church, but like I went to this church and I walk in and I go to sit in the back, kind of like lone wolf, whatever. Like, and
it's like the new kid at school.
Yeah, new kid in school. But I don't, in church, how church works is like everyone's always very friendly. Yeah. Everyone gets to know each other. I don't really know anyone, so I just kind of go sit up in the back, the angry guy with the bald head, you know, like, and I see this girl in the corner of my eye as like the service is about to start. Walk in, and bro, I didn't even see her, but I could just feel that, like, oh my God, this girl is amazing. And I turned to my right, and when I saw her, bro, the blue eyes, like absolutely beautiful, like, just like looks like pure. And I've messed with the complete opposite, bro. Like I've dated I've dated some women. You know,
get it.
You get it.
I think everybody here gets it.
And I'm looking at this girl, bro, and she walks over and sits right next to me. And I'm like,
must have been the shaved head.
Yeah, it was the southpaw Jake Gyllenhaal-esque. But she sits next to me, and I'm like, and you know, like I'm now in church praying. I was praying for happiness. Now I'm praying to talk to this girl, you know. And
did you get the number?
Well, you know, God says, you know, the pastor's like, get to know the person, to give peace to the person next to you. I turn immediately to her. I'm like, hello, how are you? Long story short, bro, we ended up, not only did I talk to her, but like I ended up spending the entire day with her in Santa Monica. And for this girl to be single at church and to even talk to me, I just felt like there was so much stars that had to align. One, what do you say?
I said 100%.
Yeah, bro. 1, I had to get to California. 2, I had to message a person to find this church. 3, there's 4 different services on Sunday. I had to go to the right service. 4, she had to go to the right service and not be sick that day. 5, she had to sit directly next to me. 6, I had to be able to speak to her. 7, like she had to be single. All these things had to align. And the entire point of the story is that like I just felt that God wanted me to meet that girl. And then earlier this week, we just had on our biggest podcast guest ever yesterday.
Who'd you have on?
Nick Narsina. You know who that is? He used to film for Nelk. He's got 1 million subs on YouTube, but as you know, podcasting, YouTube long form, so important.
Oh yeah.
He could be a 500,000 YouTube long form view. That gets us $15K a month in sponsors.
Easy.
So
And it's all about finding those gifts.
And I sent him a message 2 years ago.
And he just answered now.
And he just answered now. And I just moved out here. And if I told you I wrote it out, all the signs. I have 8 pages of signs that I'm like, okay, what's going on? And the only 2 things that have changed in my life is 1, I started going to church and praying every day, and 2, I moved out here. And so that's why for me, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that like being a Christian is the end all be all, but I'll definitely sit here and say that I'm open to the idea, because I've done every other spiritual thing in the world and it still left me kind of empty. And now I see the signs.
You gonna hang out with that girl again?
Of course, bro.
Just checking. Gotta make sure.
And it's funny because, like, you see the signs, like even him yesterday. Like, I was talking to him yesterday.
People don't know who him is.
My podcast co-host, Zach, he's here. Shout out the Journey podcast. But I was talking to him yesterday, and as soon as I'm talking to him, like, she texts me. And bro, a lot of people can say things like, oh, it's coincidence, oh, it's that. That's how you're gonna have a fucked up life, bro. Mm-hmm. If you walk around and you think everything's a coincidence and you don't notice signs, why are you even here, bro? Like, have you ever seen something as magnificent as a snowflake? You think there's not some type of intelligent design by everything? You're way more complex than a little snowflake. Oh, yeah. And look at how the world and the ecosystem of how everything comes together, and the oceans and the planets and bro, all this shit. And I'm just like, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I would be miserable if I didn't believe that I would be miserable if I didn't believe in God. Because why, like, what else would be the reason for being here? I think believing in God gives you purpose. And to me, bro, purpose is everything. It's the thing that gets you out of a bad place. You go through a heartbreak. Someone dies in your family. You don't get into the school, whatever it is, the school you want. You have a purpose. You still have something. There's still something there. So yeah, bro, that was a whole big tangent. We can get back into relationships, but my bad, bro.
I like the tangents. That's what makes the conversation real. It's unscripted. That's the nice part about all
Let's
of
this.
Go. Those stars did align, though, for you on Sunday.
Bro, I'm tired of being with, like, I used to have this point about, like, OnlyFans and women doing whatever they want with their bodies and, like, being whoever they want to be. But I'm at the point now where I can, like, very respectfully and confidently say I will never speak to a woman that does something like that, because it just doesn't. Bro, it creates problems. It creates serious problems. Like, I would honestly recommend, like, if you want to find your wife, like, go to church, go to a library, go
like, somewhere that's not normal.
Go somewhere wholesome, bro. Yeah. Like, because you know what you're getting. Like, I know what it's like to be with a girl, and because she's so beautiful and she has status and everyone loves her and this and that. But bro, like, that's the other thing. And this is gonna sound fucked up, but I look around at, like, a lot of these women, like, Botoxed from head to toe, plastic surgery here and there. You could say whatever you want, but bro, that's insecurity. Like, I know, bro. I saw my head. Like, I just shaved my head. I have, like, a slight receding right here, whatever. I don't think I'm going to lose my hair ever. But if I were to go bald, I'm going to go bald, bro. I'm not going to get a hair transplant.
I did.
You will respect to you. Different strokes for different folks. But, like, I'm just, like, I'm living and dying on this hill of just, like, and listen, bro, the hair is one thing, whatever, as a man, whatever, get the hair. But I just think, bro, like, it doesn't end. Like, once you wear too much makeup and you get the surgery and you get to this and you get to that, it creates more. Mm-hmm. It creates, like, this sickness in you, like, you need more. Mm-hmm. It creates this sickness in you, like, you never need enough. My boy, this kid Valentine from France, 23 years old, married, 2 kids already, 23, happily married. I asked him, he's building a tech company. The guy's going to be a billionaire. I'm like, bro, like, you can be in France in a few years, in Italy, and you could date whoever, Victoria's Secret models and this and that. And he's like, bro, I found a girl that I loved, and what else is more to do? Because I love this girl, Like, because I'm with this girl, I'm choosing that this girl is enough.
And that's what people need to understand is your partner is enough.
And if you understand that your partner is enough, then it sets you up for an enough type of life.
Mm-hmm.
If your partner is enough, then whatever finances you have or whatever goals, career, like, it's not healthy to always want more. There's a thing, like, I think as men, like, we have a journey and we want to achieve certain things, but like, bro, the saddest thing in life is, like, I talked to this YouTuber with 1 million subs. I asked him if he was happy and he went. And bro, I would die to be in his position. But the craziest part is that I know
He's not happy.
I know that he's not happy, but I know myself enough to understand that if you always want more, by the time I get to 1 million subs, I'm going to want 2 million and then 10 million. And then I'm going to want $1 million and then $10 million and $20 million. And I'm going to want this woman and then this prettier woman and then that younger woman. And then you end up turning into freaking Leonardo DiCaprio. And
I was just gonna
you know
say
what I'm
that.
saying? Like, bro, I don't want to be Leonardo DiCaprio. I want to have a wife that I love. I want to have kids that I love. I want to raise my kids in Colorado on a farm, and I want to teach my kids about the present moment and freaking riding ATVs and riding motorcycles and being a good person and showing love to other people and a lot of people, bro, just don't get that I don't want to live my life that way.
I think more people need to understand that. There is a bigger purpose. There is fulfillment. I think a lot of people need to step away from social media and certain hobbies and just really focus on themselves and that inner peace. That's been lost.
Without a doubt, brother. I mean, peace is probably the freaking most valuable commodity these days.
Yeah, and like,
you know,
how many, single people are sliding into couples DMs just to, be like, oh, they're happy. I want that dude anyways, or that chick anyways. It's like,
bro, think about what that does to your soul. You look at a marriage, you look at a relationship. I'm going to slide in this girl's DM. Bro, now I'm fucking up her life because
if you text an ex that's now married, you're going to create a problem.
Yeah, bro. And I just don't like, I think life gives you enough problems, and I'm down to sign the contract that, like, I don't want to give myself any more problems, any more than I have to have.
Yeah.
Problems are great, bro. Suffering is great.
How much freer do you feel only having a suitcase full of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is it. I mean, bro, like, they asked Gandhi, like, what's your message? And he was like, my life is my message. So I just feel so validated sitting in this chair with fucking $1,000 in my bank account and a few pairs of clothes and at least a brand and a message to get out than I would in a Bugatti Chiron, or because, bro, we all know what it's like to get that thing that we wanted and it's cool for 2 days. Even the big things in life.
It lasted 30 minutes.
You had it?
I had 918.
You had a 918?
GT2, GT3, LFA.
Oh, bro, and then that's my favorite car.
It was cool for 30 minutes. One day I woke up and sold everything. Didn't need it anymore. Had a warehouse full of cars that I didn't drive. I was like, oh, cool. I kept 2 toys I like, and outside of that, sold everything.
How did that feel?
Selling everything?
Yeah.
Liberating. Never felt more free in my life. Having nothing.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think that the secret to happiness is, like, just being content with what you have. Like, if you could do that, you just crack the code of life.
Oh yeah. And like, one of my, I guess, I don't know if favorite things is the right word, but I love to give back and connect dots without getting anything in return. And people are like, why are you doing that? I'm like, I don't need anything. So going through all of that, there was no YouTube, there was no social media to really get through all that shit. And I just want to give back information now. That's the main reason why I started the podcast. Give out free information because it doesn't exist.
What do you think's your greatest piece of information? What's like your message?
Give without expecting. Whatever you do, don't expect anything in return.
It's funny, bro. I mean, I was at an event the other day with so the Skywalks. I learned something about LA, and for wherever you live in any major city, like just don't look past people.
Nope.
This guy walks in and he's like in a sling and he's like on a limp. Like he looks like the Penguin from, I don't know if you watch the Penguin on HP, bro. So good, bro. And he walks in and he's like on a sling, whatever. And I'm looking at him. He has like marine tattoos, and my
It
self-interest.
wouldn't be Bruce, would it?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Bruce is everywhere.
Yeah. You know, I mean, bro, I'll say it. I mean, bro, you could fucking tag the guy. I mean, bro, I'm not thinking anything of him because my self-interest, like, bro, I'm a vain person. That's why, bro, for me, like, Christ is important because I need a foundation. But I'm looking at him. I'm not thinking anything of him. This is a hilarious story. Now, I'm an influencer, right? I need brands. Brands are valuable to me. He's got this, so he hands me this like protein bar from a company called Legendary, whatever. And I go, nah, get that shit out of my face, bro. I don't eat processed foods.
It's actually not that bad in a pinch.
It's not that bad, but bro, it's got sucralose in it, xanthan gum. I mean, bro, you know what I'm saying? Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I said in a pinch.
yeah, in a pinch. but sorry, buddy.
There you go, Brucey.
No, I mean, he's a great guy, but the whole point of the story is that he gets on stage. He was actually the speaker of the event, which I had no idea. And then when he gets on stage, he is like super high up at this company, and he was like the number 5 guy at Quest who sold for $1 billion. And I go, oh, like I just talk shit about his company to his face. And I learned, and the lesson in all of it, the reason why I brought it up was because, well, 1, it's a funny story, but 2, he also said the reason why he got to where he was because he always gave without expecting anything in return.
Is the king of meeting you, getting your address, and a care package will be at your door in 3 days.
Yeah.
0 expectations.
Yeah.
That dude can unlock more doors than anyone I know.
It's crazy. Yeah. So lessons learned, bro. Young, dumb, and stupid, you know, but I mean, hey, you know, that's
He's been around the block once or twice.
Yeah.
Used to be LAPD. I think he's LA County Sheriff, Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce has been around.
He gave a story, which I didn't necessarily agree with. He said that he bought a car, he bought a Corvette, that, you know, he had like gotten into some injury when he was a kid, so he caught a settlement, and then I think when he was 18, he got a $20,000 check from the settlement. Now, I mean, there's 2 different ways to look at it, right? I look at it one way, and it just kind of shows you where my mindset's at. Maybe it's why I'm fucking broke, but he you know, he gets this $20,000 check, and he goes and gets a Corvette, like immediately goes and buys the Corvette, right? And
then most 18-year-olds would.
Yeah, and his whole advice was like, if he put that $20,000 into Apple, who like just formed at the time, that would have been $60 million right now. And after the show, I went up to him and I was like, I don't agree with that. I was like, I believe that everything happens for a reason, so much so, butterfly effect, that if he doesn't buy that car, then he doesn't run into the Quest person at the gym, and then he doesn't become the person that he is. So, I mean, I just feel like bringing up that story just to say, like,
but that's like your church story. The stars aligned.
Yeah.
And because he did that, the stars aligned.
And I just feel comfortable preaching that message because I think people walk around with regrets, and I'm like, what are you regretting, bro? Like, I think the only reason to truthfully regret something is if like you did not do your best. And even there's some type of silver lining. The thing is, bro, is like you just have to be students of the game of life. Like, the same way you work on your company or you work on your relationship, like, bro, you have to work on yourself to call out your own bullshit. Everything happens for a reason, unless you don't like apply yourself. I feel like that doesn't happen to you because I feel like how ideas and life experience works is that God places messages inside of us that need to get out. And everyone would be great if people just listen to that inner voice. But I think a lot of times, bro, people just like, my whole thing is like, fuck modernity right now. You ever seen Fight Club?
Fuck, years ago.
I'm a big like reject the modern world kind of guy because I think the modern world completely limits who you are as a person. You think you're sitting there watching this right now in an office after 10 years and you're bald and you hate your relationship and your kids don't like you, like, you think, and you have 2 vacations a year, like, you think that's what life is? Bro, absolutely not. Like, and I think that's society. Like, it doesn't give people a choice to do anything other than go to school, go to college, get the job, marry the girl, and die. And everyone hates me for saying that.
That
Like,
doesn't sound very fulfilling.
it's what majority of people do.
This is also true.
Yeah.
But backtracking about 20 minutes, that first breakup that night.
The cheating story?
Yeah.
Sure. So,
You're 18.
first night I got cheated on
How'd you find
was
out?
the worst fucking night of my life, bro. It brought out, you want to talk about like rejecting the modern world? I turned into a fucking animal that night. I didn't know that those things existed inside of me. Okay, so I'm sitting there, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm 18 years old. I'm a punk. My girlfriend's a fucking punk as well because she's also 18 years old. We're kids. We love each other. Why are we fucking around?
Mhm.
Whatever. We get into a fight. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to my friend's birthday party tonight. She spitefully is like, I'm going to my friend's party tonight. I'm like, your friend doesn't even have a party tonight. I'm like, what? Like, you knew about this a while ago. Whatever. We break up. She goes to the party. I go to the party. I spend the whole fucking party crying about her outside, smoking cigarettes alone in Long Island, drinking Long Island iced teas. Now, she's doing whatever she's doing, okay? The next day, I wake up. I realize I love this girl. I do not want to lose this girl. So I write a 15-page essay about my love for her, drop it off to her doorstep with flowers.
Handwritten.
Handwritten. Now, she calls me. I want to see you. Okay. Go to her crib, right? Makeup, blah, 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 whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Gets to nighttime. Start hooking up. It's getting sexual, right? I can get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're getting into it. The passion's there.
Yeah.
My boy calls me.
In the middle of this.
In the middle of it. My pants are like coming off.
You answered? Something
said to answer. Yo, my shirt is coming off, just in case I want to chop that. I answer, my boy goes, yo, bro, did you hear what your girl did last night? I go.
And she's sitting next to you or on top of you. One of the two.
Yeah, in getting a heated moment. And I go, what the fuck did you do last night?
You didn't even let him finish.
Oh, I clicked it.
Got it.
She was like, there was this guy, I kissed him. Now, this is where I'm saying I didn't know how fucking crazy a human being could be until that moment. I go, okay, you kissed him. You kissed him. How long? How long did you kiss him? 5 minutes. Okay. "12 said 13 seconds, 14. Okay. Kissing him. What? You know, like, bro, freaked out. I'm leaving, bro. Get me, you know, she's standing at the door. I'm like not gonna touch her because I'm a man, you know, so I'm like trying to, you know, a man knows the backwards. I'm trying to backwards walk into her because I'm not trying to touch her.
You're like, I don't need a case.
Get me out of here, blah, blah, blah. I call my boy. What do you hear? She fucked him. What? Bro, I'm like, bro, keep in mind, I don't like the guy. This guy named Taras. Fuck you, bro. Still to this day, I'll beat the fucking brakes off of you. No, Jesus Christ, forgiveness.
You're bigger than him, probably.
What'd he say?
Said you're physically probably bigger.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Anyway, I get in the car, bro. I'm crying my eyes out. I'm calling my mom. Nothing's working. I'm like, the only thing I can do. This is what's so fucking scary about pain. Sometimes the only thing that can get you out of the pain is the thing that puts you into the pain. So the only thing that I thought that could get me out of this feeling was to call her. So I call her, and her mom picks up. And now, bro, I'm sitting there, soap opera. You know your daughter, she did this thing with this guy, and blah, blah, blah. I know it's not true, this, that, the third thing. Long story short, I get back to my crib. I don't smoke cigarettes, bro. I fucking chain smoking cigarettes, bro. My mom comes out. I'm drinking a Four Loko. I'm taking a bat to the backyard. I'm still paying my mom back for the damage I did that day. And long story short, bro, like that's what cheating does to people. And I guess we were broken up, sure, but I mean. So long story short, bro, that was the worst night of my life. And I've never even remotely been back to that position because that's another reason why I had to work on myself so much, was because I saw that like life put all this anger in me. When my coaches would shit on me and not believe in me, and my parents weren't there for me at certain times, and I just saw how the whole thing operated, bro. I was fucking angry, bro. Real men are angry. Bro, I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to fucking join this team or do that thing. Like, bro, even down to the clothes that I wore for the first 13 years of my life, I didn't pick out the clothes. Fucking angry, bro. And it came out, and that's why I say, bro, anger is the worst. It's the world's worst emotion, bro, because it consumes you.
Leads you to do some dumb shit.
Of course, and I don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I really am very healed, bro, along my path. But that was just that night, you know. So I just wanted to take you back there.
I used to punch walls when I was angry, and after nailing enough 2x4s, the studs, and fracturing my hand, I'm like, after the third time, I'm like, dude, stop fucking punching the wall.
Yeah. It's not going to get you anywhere, bro. That's the thing about anger, is like people think that, like, here's the reason why you shouldn't be angry, because it affects no one but you.
Yeah, you're only fucking yourself.
Bro, anger is like a snake bite. Like it's the venom. It's the slow death that happens to your soul, to your character after. And that's why, bro, I have the contract these days where I'm like, bro, if I feel angry, I just see that as it's not me. It's not me, bro. And I'm not going to engage with it. It's one thing to feel angry. It's a whole nother thing to say, I am angry, and do something angry. I stop it in its process right there.
Oh yeah.
And that's why you meditate, is because you're able to see certain thoughts come up. You're able to see emotions come up, and you're able to say, that's not me. Oh, yeah. I'm better than that.
And you got to find your version of meditation.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Everybody's got their different. And that's what, like, a lot of people get into the whole cookie cutter. I got to sit there and meditate. Fuck that. I throw on some music, jump on my motorcycle, and just pick a direction.
I got a bike too. What do you got?
BMW 1000.
S1000? Good for you, brother. I'd love to ride that one day.
Anytime.
You're the man. I have an Indian Scout Bobber. It's all black cruiser. It's sexy.
Yeah, mine's uncorked, ready to go.
Yeah, mine's not nearly as fast as your shit, but I would love to ride. I'll ride with you. You're just gonna have to keep it.
I keep it.
I got
kids now.
Okay.
I've toned it way down.
Yeah.
Straight line, I might punch it a little bit. But
yeah, of course.
Canyons, I don't even wear my full suit because then I know I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wear all my protective gear, my airbag, and good to go.
Nice, brother.
As we wrap, any final closing thoughts you want to leave for the viewers? Or listeners?
Yeah, I'll just say, like, whoever sat through this, I'm tremendously grateful for you. There are times, bro, where I get fiery and passionate, and I think sometimes, you know, my message can be perceived a certain way because I'm like sitting here like to be on your Buddha vibes, but then I'm also like speaking about an experience. But bro, I just think, like, for anyone listening, my greatest advice to you is just speak about your stuff, because someone might judge you for it, but I'm going to leave here not thinking about what I said. I move on from things. When you speak about things, you move on from them. And if someone's going to judge you for living your life a certain way, I would just say, like, is that person that's judging me happy? Do I want to be like that person? But, you know, I'll just say much love. I appreciate you for having me on the show.
Appreciate you coming on.
all these faults, bro. I'm giving them to Christ, bro, and I'm gonna work on them. And I'm excited just to kill LA. This is, you know, I'm chasing my dreams. Shout out to the Journey podcast. That's my podcast. I think we got something special over there, and I'm just grateful. Thank you, brother.
Love it. Where can people find you?
At Jake Moscato.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll link it below for everybody.
At Jake Moscato, at the Journey podcast on all platforms. Yeah, and that's it, brother.
All right. Appreciate it.
Much love.